Well, welcome, friends, to Ignite Humanity Live. I'm your host, Lady J. Owen, and happy to have you here on a beautiful Tuesday as we are talking about ways to awaken in our hearts, awaken in our spirits, and awaken in such a way that we have the ability to ignite humanity. Well, this show is all about how you can ignite humanity in your life, and we're talking to people who are doing that in their lives. We all have the ability to ignite one another, and when we do our special gifts, talents, and our genuine intentions, we truly can move the needle on igniting the planet in a positive and powerful way. And we love having guests on the show talking about exactly that and sharing what I like to call their ignite moments, those moments that change them and transform them, those moments that wake them up. And we're going to be talking to an amazing guest about her ignite moment and how she is igniting humanity. Let's get to it. All right. Well, today's guest is a trailblazer in multidimensional sovereignty, author of Who's Holding the Microphone? A Journey to Physical, Energetic, Mental, and Emotional Sovereignty. Pauline McGuire is a recognized master NLP practitioner, master hypnotherapist, master timeline therapist, yoga teacher, Reiki teacher, Akashic Records reader, and master meditator. Her work transcends borders as she liberates individuals worldwide from the shackles that limit them. Employing her unique modalities, Pauline empowers her clients to live their most authentic and joyful expression. She definitely is igniting humanity, and we are happy to welcome her to the show. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, hello. Thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
Happy to have you here. And I hear that you're in warm and sunny Mexico, so that's wonderful. We love having guests from all over the world, so welcome to the show. Talk a little bit about sovereignty, Pauline. I think that's a word that some people may not understand the definition. Can you share how you are using the word?
Sovereignty is being self-dictating and self-governing. We are multidimensional beings on a multidimensional planet. And we are interacting with other energies all the time. This reality has kind of conditioned us out of our knowing. So sovereignty means that you are in your own energy, not being affected by other energies, or other energies are not embodied.
So let's dive into that. Let's peel back the layers of that a little. So I have my own energy and people around me have an energy. And then what you're sharing is sometimes people's energy can be influential on me or alter how I'm utilizing my energy.
Not even, yes, other people's energy you can pick up, that can come into your field, but there's also many dimensions on the planet. So bodies are reacting all the time. You may be reacting to another person, or you may be reacting to just a different energy altogether that you can't see. And sovereignty is the state of understanding when you're in your own energy and when you're not.
Wow. And so I can be in my body, but outside of my energy? I'm just trying to unpack it for our viewers. I know it's an interesting word and it's an interesting concept. And I just would love, for me, again, I'm like the consummate learner and student of this work. How can I integrate sovereignty into my life, or our viewers integrate it into their lives?
So I'll talk more about sovereignty.
Okay.
So let's look at the body. So yep. Let's say the body has illness or disease. There's two root causes of that. It's not physical. The body is expressing the energies that it has embodied or it's encountering. So the root cause is emotional or energetic, meaning that trapped emotions are causing it, or trapped energies, or energies that the body is interacting with.
So if I have trapped emotions, which many of us do, is there ways that we can express those or filter through those or even just dissipate them so that they don't cause that kind of dis-ease in our body?
Yes, absolutely. The first step is, let's say, because this happens to me, let's say you're walking around and you just get a wave of sadness or anger, right? There's a lot happening in the collective. First thing I do is I I talk to my body. I sway test on everything. And like, body, is this even mine? Or did I bump into this? Right? And, you know, a lot of that, the term is empath, right? That your body's picking up energies, it's picking up emotions. So the first is this even mine? And asking body to let it go. The second is a process that I use of, it's based on Hawkins' Power versus Force book, which is that every emotion has a frequency. And the scale of human consciousness, so 0 to 1,000, and where every single emotion has a frequency, and the breaking point, the expansive versus contractive point is 200. And so using that and clearing all that out of the body, having the body release it, and releasing any blocks that the body has to letting it go. Why was it picked up in the first place? Why was it kept in the first place?
Very fascinating. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Can you share a little bit about the sway test? Because I know a lot of people probably haven't heard that technique.
It's self-muscle testing. So some people do this. That one doesn't work for me. So I and that's what I do with people as well. Is we talk to body, and it's body, please show me a yes. My yes is forward. Body, please show me a no. My no is backwards. And all bodies are different. And then, you know, if I say body, if you couldn't answer a question that I asked with a yes or no, then what would you do? And mine is kind of like a circular motion. And this is used, we used in NLP. And this is your guidance system. So there's supplements that I take every morning. I hold it to my belly, and I ask, body, would this benefit you? And my body gives me a yes or a no. Okay, body, how many? And then my body tells me what it needs and wants that day. So could you imagine a world where every single one of us moves forward with that guidance?
Yeah, it's so beautiful because it takes us out of the thinking, the rationalizing, the head stuff, because so many times we ask ourselves, you know, should I take this? Is it a good idea? You know, is it going to cost? What's it going to do? How, like, we go into like this, the thinking, the rationalizing, the forward forecasting, instead of just asking the body to just tell me what it needs. And it's a really beautiful technique that not enough of us are doing because we're so busy up in the head versus in the body. Beautiful, beautiful suggestion.
Well, and I'll get in my head and I'll be like, oh no, I'm just going to ask my body, or I'll douse, right? Like I don't have to know the answers. We've been trained into this thinking that we have to think, we have to know. No, your guidance system is there. In every single moment, your guidance system is there. We just haven't been kind of raised, conditioned to understand it. And it's always talking to us. But we may have misinterpreted what it's saying.
Or we're maybe not even listening. And so I give some suggestions. I've just spent 9 days in LA, busy with Oscar week, going from party to party and in the car and on the freeway and busy, just busy, busy, busy. And of course, now I've arrived back home and my body is tired and worn out and exhausted. Is there some suggestions you have when the body tells you, I need more sleep, I need more rest, I need more water, I need more orange juice, I need more sunlight? Or is there something that we can start doing or practicing to make that more a, I don't want to say religious, but like we're committed to it. It's a practice that we do without prevail.
What? Yes. It's when you make the choice and decision that you are going to give your body exactly what it needs in every moment, which means asking your body. So you're feeling worn down, you've had these busy days, but is your body tired, or does it need something? Does it need movement? Does it need to move that energy? Does it need to connect to the ground, right? Like that's, look at your connection. We are so connected to the planet, but we wear shoes, we're walking on asphalt, concrete. So my first thing is, if you can, take your shoes off, bare feet on ground, and just hand on heart and just breathe. Breathe through your heart. And wait for your body to release. It's going to. It's your shoulders are going to go down. If you're like me, it's your belly just releases. And that's about getting back into your own energy. And it's as simple as that. I lived in Canada for decades. So if that's not possible, hug a tree. If you have a plant in your house, touch your plant. Just sit holding a leaf of the plant, hand on heart, and breathe. You are connected to nature.
When you were saying that, what came up for my body was I just wanted to float, like float in the ocean, float in water. I just, when you said like, ask your body what you want, my body just wanted to float. What's that all about?
Well, that now you're talking the operating system. And the operating system is telling you exactly what it wants. It wants to float. So, I mean, water is the immersion in nature. And that's my go-to. That's to connect, right? If I've been having a hard time, like when I was leaving Canada and selling, like leaving my house and everything, I went every day and I floated in the lake for 2 hours. And so that anytime you're overwhelmed, that's not you, right? Just bring your body back to itself. So floating in water, baths are amazing. If you can get into a body of water, standing with feet on ground, holding a plant. And sometimes if all you can do, if you're out and you're having a moment, go to the bathroom and run water over your hands, like from your wrist down. Just stand there in the bathroom and just run water and breathe. Because there's so many different ways of getting back to that connection.
Such great suggestions. And I know that it's going to wake some people up to some new ideas. The spirit of today is really about awakening. In all of the research and work that you've done, is there something that you find is stopping us from saying, oh, this is silly, or I shouldn't do that, or my go-to is I don't have time for that, or, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't need to do that. I feel like I should endure through it without having those grounding moments. Do you have some suggestions for people like me who, don't always honor our bodies and honor what our bodies need?
This is how I live. There is never, ever a reason for even for 1 second for me to be uncomfortable, in pain, or disconnected. Not for 1 second. It will continue as long as you allow it to.
Amen to that.
That's how I live my life. I can, because I did that for decades. I can push through this, or I can take 2 minutes and I can go and connect. I mean, what I do is like I'm looking at the Caribbean right now, but I'll go and I'll be hands on heart, and I'll just expand my energy out from my heart. Bigger than my body, bigger than here, bigger than the planet, bigger than the solar system. I connect out to infinite realms, connect to infinite being, my greatest expression. And I expand and I connect into creation, source itself. And every moment of discomfort I feel is a choice. When you have these tools and it's a choice. And when you know what to do differently, you make a different choice.
So well said. I have to ask, I mean, this is not something we necessarily learn as kids. This isn't something that's taught in our society. What was the ignite moment that happened in your life that put you on this path?
I'm going to give you two. One was I was in a serious head-on collision in 2013 with a neck and back injuries, and it was a downward spiral. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I was giving up. I was in so much pain, and nothing was working. The only thing I could think of in that moment, or at that time, was that I wanted the medication. I wanted this medication that they told me that I needed, that I would be able to get. And that's all I could see. It was just get me out of this pain and get the diagnosis, get the prescription. And my body had other plans. I took one dose of that medication and I was in the hospital. My body was like, oh, sister, this is not how this is going down. And so I hit rock bottom, which I highly recommend. I highly recommend it. I recommend it for you. I recommend it for your children. Because imagine if you're in a pool and if you're hovering a foot below the bottom, you're not there yet, but you also have no momentum. When you hit the bottom, you have momentum to make change. So I had hit rock bottom, and then my thoughts were changing. It was like, if my body is supposed to heal itself, why isn't it? Mm. And that changed everything. And then I was on a quest to, okay, well, why isn't my body healing itself? The second, probably the moment that put me on the path that I'm on now, is I had been at a meditation retreat and came back, and a friend I had met there. So the most advanced form of meditation that we do at those is a walking meditation, where you're actually out in the world walking in a meditative state, and you're living your life that way. So she had said, hey, I'm doing a 30-day walking meditation challenge. Will you join me? And I had all kinds of excuses, right? It was January in Canada, and it's like cold, and I had a tremendous fear of dogs. And there's dogs everywhere where I lived. But I kind of was like, well, you know what, sister, you went to the retreat. Is that all you're going to do? Are you stopping there? Or are you really in? So a couple of days later, I started, and she took pictures. Every day she would send me a picture she took before the meditation and after. And it was like a different person.
Wow.
And one of the things we're trained in NLP is visual acuity, which is the changes in the face as energy is moving. And I mean, this was real legit, these changes. And we call it the meditation facelift. So I took my before picture, and what happened in my head was abuse. It was shocking. It was the things that I was saying to myself in my head were, I would never, ever say to anybody. I would never. Right. And I was shocked and horrified. And I knew enough that if this is happening here, it's happening everywhere. So I went to do the meditation, and same thing happened with the after picture. And I was at this moment of, whoa, you got some serious stuff going on here, sister. And it was, are you going to continue or are you not? And that was running my life. I didn't know it, but it was running my life. I did walking meditation for 724 days.
Wow, amazing, incredible.
And my entire life changed. Those voices, I started listening to them and distinguishing them, and not reacting, not believing them. And what I discovered on day 500 was certainly an ignite moment. Do you know what a walk-in is?
No, tell me.
So for many people in their model of the world, their soul or their spirit or their essence, it comes into the body at birth, around birth, and it stays in the body until, for the duration of the lifetime, until the body dies. And that's one paradigm that's called being born in. And not a lot of people know about walk-ins. However, if you look at the body as a house, the house can change owners. And all my clients at that point in time were walk-ins, but I had never shown as a walk-in. And I continued to walk my path. Between day 400 and day 500, I knew there was really something, a lot was resolving. I had resolved my fear of dogs. Life was amazing, but there was still something wrong, and nobody could help me. None of the resources that I had could help me. And whatever you need is being brought to you. And I got an email. It absolutely is. I got an email from a friend, and it was a newsletter from somebody, and she said, "This is for you, not me." And it was about a gentleman who deals with walk-ins, but he deals with walk-ins who've had complications. And so the body adapts to the energy that's in it, right? So on a very basic level. So if the body is sick, the body is adapting to energy. So what is that energy? So the complications that can be with walk-ins, so the body adapts and adjusts. However, there's only ever meant to be one soul in the body.
Right.
And there can be complications to that. And on day 500, I found out that I had 7.
Wow.
And you'll see my pictures, my before and after pictures of what I looked like then and what I look like now. And they're not the same person. So
incredible.
We're not taught to connect to our guidance system. So we're certainly not taught about multidimensional things like this, about ways, here's different ways you can embody on the planet,
Exactly. They're keeping this information from us. That's why we have this show, so we can learn about it and we can get connected to it.
Right? So you're never thinking that, this life that I've had, which has been riddled with illness and disease and injury, was because I had multiple embodied souls and my body couldn't cope with it. So that was an ignite moment for me. That day, May 18th, 2021. That was my clearing day.
Wow.
And when you're doing that level of energy work, it can be really exhausting. I fell asleep right afterwards. And I woke up and I was like, it's so quiet. I did not know that I had a committee in my head my entire life. And that was the Voices with Walking meditation. And my first interfered with walk-in, which is when there became more than one soul and body, was at age 8. So never had my body been sovereign after that. And this
fascinating information.
Pardon me?
It's fascinating. It truly is fascinating, because I'm sure there's many people who are listening right now who can say, I feel the same, or I've had that same feeling, or this is fascinating. I want to know more. I want to learn more. And that's really why we do the show, is to get people to awaken to a new idea, to something. And just if one thing on the show sets you on a new trajectory or gets you thinking in a different way, that's the power of igniting humanity.
Yes.
Can you put this all together into a beautiful, nice package with a bow on it? How is the work you're doing going to uplift humanity?
When you choose to embody via walk-in, this is not your first rodeo. You're here to bring tremendous change. And when you have had complications, you are confused. You're not on path. You're probably sick. Many people that come to me are deathly ill. And so when we clear that, It's ignition. It is the last soul in is the one that's here to make change, and boom, all this effort has been made to wake the soul up. And once you're clear and sovereign and you orient to that, what do I want now? What did I, this now me, come here to accomplish? Magic happens. It's
yes.
Rocket fuel.
I love all those words. Ignition, rocket fuel, ignite. You're totally on brand. You're totally sharing exactly. It truly is a powerful way to ignite humanity. I could talk about this lots more. It's fascinating and interesting, folks. I hope you were leaning in. If you'd like to know more about what Pauline is doing, pretty amazing. PaulineMcGuire.com. Go check out her website, see what she is up to, and potentially how she can support and help you. It's valuable information that we all need to live in our sovereign being and have that sovereignty in our lives to ignite others. Thank you, my darling. I can't wait to see you next time I'm in Mexico, and I look forward for us working together. Have a great, great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fascinating information, folks. That's why we do these shows. There are so many people around the globe who are igniting humanity in different and unique ways, and I want to showcase them on this show so something that they say sparks and triggers some ignition in you to go out and ignite the lives of others. Well, if you'd like to know what we're up to and how we're igniting the planet, check out our website and see what we are doing at ignitehumanity.life. We're doing an incredible book talking about people's ignite moments. We're doing an event, and we're also building schools. So if you'd like to be a part of donating to our school fund, please check out our website and you will see ignitehumanity.life/donate. If you'd like to be a part of our event in May 16th and 17th, 2024, we are doing a huge gatherama in Las Vegas, talking about all kinds of ways to ignite ourselves, ignite our business, ignite our brands, ignite our books, and ignite that breakthrough that every single one of us deserves to awaken to. All right. Well, we hope that today is a special day for you, and you are realizing from our conversations that you too can ignite your life. You create a ripple effect. You influence the people around you by being your true and authentic self and stepping into that sovereignty of knowing why you're here, what you're meant to do. Being on mission and purpose is so important and so valuable. And we hope that this show gets you there. Monday to Friday, we are here every day at 11 a.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Eastern. So check us out each and every day. Happy to have you here. Go out and ignite your lives and have a great day.
Now, more than ever, we need to come together to connect with one another. We need to feel the truth in who we are and let go of everything that's happened in the past. We need to empower every person on the planet and awaken hearts, enliven souls, come together, laugh, play, rejoice, connect, create, and love. It's time to ignite humanity. We want you to be a part of something that will impact the future for everyone. We want you to tell your story, share your ignite moment, show people who you truly are. Be a part of igniting humanity and making a difference in the world and all of our futures.